Tough, I've gone live. I can't make my camera work, people, but I'm going to carry on fiddling with stuff in the background while we say good morning. Lex, this is you to say hello to the side chat.
How about, right? Send the link to yourself in an email and open it up on your phone.
I could do, but then I get terrible signal on my phone. Can you still?
I can't hear you. If you were asking if I can hear you, then I couldn't hear you then.
Oh! Hello!
Thank God for that.
Don't be surprised if I disappear again, no way.
Definitely don't do that.
Oh, good morning.
There's definitely something up with your pewter, isn't it? Because you're well blurry and all.
Am I well blurry and all? God, if I try and change that, God knows what'll happen. Hang on.
Don't touch anything.
Tough, I've touched things now.
God, it's all gonna break.
I'm in high def, apparently.
Really? Oh no, you do normally look that blurry. Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks. Am I blurry to the side chat?
Actually, you just got slightly better then. So whatever you, yeah.
I readjusted my chair. Do you think my chair is directly connected to blurriness?
That's definitely what it is, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Let us say some good mornings in the side chat. I can see Diane Cross, Antoinette Daly, Deb Hughes, Kim Aston, Laura Eccleston Siebel. Kim Aston again, because I can see her twice, so I'm obviously seeing double. Rebecca Turner, Gillian Holbrook, Kate Gilson, Jason Entwistle, Lee, Kelly Flipping Fantastic Finds, Queenie, Mother of Norman, Dawn, Gemma, Jane Kirby, Maz Garcia. I can see you rolling your eyes there, Lex, even though I'm trying to read the side chat.
Where you make them go in different directions.
I can't do that. I can't make mine go in the same direction half the time. Melissa Fox, Nicola Giddings, that was. Janet Vincent, Jackie Egerton, Heather the Treasure Pirate says happy equinox. I'm not sure what equinox is, but happy it to you.
Spring.
I feel like I ought to know that. Is it the first day of spring?
Well, I thought that was next week. Or is that just clocks forward?
Don't know. Caitlin, Mama Tins, Mike Dando, Richard at Night's Life, Cassie Sads, Diane Brinklow, Joan Morris, Dumpster Diving Debs, Claire Plant, Claire Carrot Juan. Oh, no, it's gone. Okay, I can go back up a bit, but Sandra Temple, Kirsten, Babs at the Attic, Michelle Hood, Laney, Andrea Jones, Anne Pennicott, Laurel D, Di Sullivan, Kaz's Collection, Lynn Hudson, Joe, Mick Page, Julie Haynes, Babs at the Attic again, Judith Shirley Boland, Kath Palmer, The Record Rack UK, Caroline Nolan, Joanne Cockrell. If I've missed you and you care, say in capital letters at the bottom, you missed me.
I care.
Good morning, Living the Dream says, have you guys heard about Dr. Seuss books? A real bolo right now.
Oh,
I do not have any, and furthermore, I have no opportunity to purchase any.
And it's ridiculous as well, isn't it?
Dr. Seuss, I have not got one, said she.
Ah, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, it's just silly. Like who actually out there is getting offended by these things? Like, you know, when they say, you know, it's all over Facebook and they're going like, oh, I think it's ridiculous that people get offended by these things. Who are those original people that are actually offended by these things?
I think frequently people aren't actually getting offended. Other people are getting offended in case they think some people are getting offended.
Yes.
However, I have been taught a salutary lesson this week in what fucking offends people and what doesn't. So, oh no, you already know about it. But it does mean that I'm obviously not qualified to talk about what's offensive because I managed to offend people without fucking trying. Good morning, Holly.
Quite a talent, I have to say. I mean, like, some people have to put effort into that, and you know.
Yeah. Good morning, Mandy Bloom says you missed me, Nana, and the Veranda Fire says you missed me. And Mike says clock change next week, but forget which way. It's spring forward, fall back. So in spring they go forward, and in
no. It's spring forward, autumn back. Because we don't have fall in
the saying is spring forward, fall back. And I was about to say what you just said. So if you're American, they go back in the fall. But here we don't have the fall.
And also, America's a very big country, so I've heard. Never been there, don't know. So surely it looks quite big. I think they make it a bit bigger than it actually is.
That's another confusing thing. They don't have all their seasons at the same time.
Exactly.
So do their clocks change all over the damn place, or do they not change it? No, it does, isn't it? We're the only ones who change it. We have British summertime.
No, Americans change it as well, but I think some parts do, and then some parts don't. And then there was a bit that's like off of New Zealand that kind of decided that
it's not a whole other country, and you've just named it the bit off of New Zealand because you probably offended all of them.
No, not America. I mean, there's somewhere like that's like close to New Zealand. It's like a Pacific island, I think. And they decided to, instead of being like an hour behind or 23 hours behind, that they would actually go all the way around and go like ahead or something like that. So
what we should do, I think, is put our clocks forward by about 8 months and see if we can skip some of this bullshit.
Yeah. And also, like, I remember it being millennium and and obviously watching the fireworks in Australia first because they were the first to enter 2000. And then people going, no, it's not the year till 2000 until Greenwich Mean Time. That is when it's actually the year 2000. So, all right, calm your tits, loves.
Yeah, maybe you should care less.
Exactly.
But again, I apparently you're not allowed to tell people they should care less. So
people
have been extremely peoply. I nearly wasn't here. We nearly weren't here. This nearly wasn't here. Literally, my YouTube channel at one point nearly wasn't here this week because I got so exasperated with. Sounds ridiculous, and with being misunderstood, I still cannot put my finger on quite what occurred, but it nearly made me go, fuck it, fuck all of this, fuck it all, fuck everything, fuck YouTube, fuck it all, I'm gone. Debs says I offended with my swearing. Fucking sorry, Debs. But it's been, people have been extremely peoply this week, and yeah.
And I've got to say, like, first of all, hello to Katie, who was offended by the presence of my mother in the background last week, and also by my gurning face. Just a reminder to people that nobody tells my mum what to do for a start, and how dare you get offended by my mother's presence. And also the reason I have a gurning face is I just had a fucking hysterectomy, and I'm kind of in a little bit of pain. So, screw you.
She didn't specify it was you that was gurning. To be fair, I may have been gurning also. I gurn frequently.
Oh, no, pretty much throughout all of it, I was going.
To be fair to Katie, she did come back and say that it was, she did come back and other things were said and I don't know. It would be lovely to feel like we could sit here for an hour and not offend anyone, but since just the presence of the very fact that we're alive offends some people.
Oh, well, never mind, eh? Leanne saying, how could you be offended by Lex Mum? She's the sweetest little dear ever. She's not.
She's absolutely not. The woman's a Rottweiler.
She is. She's a right cowbag. I can only say that because she's upstairs. If she heard me, she'd come down and probably hit me with a hairbrush.
Yeah, I'm only calling her a Rottweiler because I'm 100 miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only 40 miles, and she could probably do that in an hour and with a good wind behind her.
Yeah, exactly.
Morning, Claire Bonetta. She says, sorry I'm late. She has a note. What does your note say, Claire? Show us your note. Does it say, dear Miss, Claire is late for school today as she could not find her shoes.
And remember, when you do bring a note into class that you've obviously written yourself, that you haven't had your mum, right? Remember, and you have to fold it up and like score along the fold and stuff to make it look like it's been folded for quite a long time, that kind of thing. Or do the trick that I did in school, which was whenever you had something to take home for your mum to sign, the first time that happens, you sign it yourself so that they always think that that is your parent's signature. Okay? Yeah.
Don't listen to Auntie Lex, children. You're not supposed to defraud your school, your teachers, or your parents in any way.
Oops.
He says, I used to make money at school writing absent notes. There was always one person in the school who had really good adult handwriting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like my handwriting is still pretty. It's kind of all over the place, but definitely quite adult handwriting compared to other kids that were drawing hearts on top of their eyes and stuff. Yeah. So I managed to get away with that, especially in sixth form, where it's like, why do I need a note from my parents now anyway? This is sixth form. This is different, But yeah.
So the cupboard looks nice. Mike's saying that you can see it's finished. It does look very nice.
Yeah, it is for some reason, even though it's the same stiff key blue from Valspar, which is fucking expensive paint. It's like £30 a pot, right? It's somehow come a different colour.
It will be, because the paint on the walls is on plaster and the paint on the cupboard is on wood, and paint will always look different on different surfaces. What you could have done is plastered your cupboard, but then your cupboard doors have been so heavy you couldn't fucking open them.
That's right. Yeah. The thing is, I don't mind it, and I think it looks cool, and it's nice that it doesn't blend in entirely, obviously, because it couldn't, because it's doors that stick out a bit, but it's nice that it can kind of disappear a little bit. And yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. I think it's cracking.
Lisa's got a good excuse. So I'm late. YouTube wouldn't let me chat.
Oh, well, there we go. YouTube, why I gotta.
Morning, Donna.
Oh, Donna, I watched your video this morning. I've got to say, there's one thing about, well, there's many things about Donna that's absolutely delightful, but it's just the absolute delight that you get in absolutely everything. It's like you look at the world with just amazement and wonder and delight, and I think that's so brilliant.
Yeah, I think Donna's got a lovely outlook on life.
Yeah, like I don't know if you saw the video this morning, but she bought some, lost mail, like lost parcels and stuff, and she's got a couple of bits for herself that she was dead chuffed with, and yeah, like everything, she's just like, oh look at this, and it's so nice to watch. She's dead funny.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been watching Dainty Dress Diaries this morning.
Oh, what's that?
She's an Irish girl. She's one of those people who somehow looks about 18 and is about mid-30s. I don't know how people do it.
Me.
Even more so than you.
Okay.
Like really, like when she actually said her age, it was a bit like the Jessie moment. I was like, you need to prove that. Remember with Jessie, was like, you need to send me a picture of your ID, otherwise we're not going on like this. Yeah. A lovely Irish girl, and she does various craft stuff around the home and also, she's just, I really like listening to the accent for starters. She's got a very gentle accented voice, and I was watching her roundup of 2020, and just and she was talking about the it's gone brain. I was halfway through a sentence. If you could not go to sleep, that'd be great. The impact that 2020 has had on her and on others, and how it's made her reevaluate certain aspects of her life and change direction in some ways. And sorry.
When people get like that and get all very self-reflective and deep, meaningful and things, don't you just think like what have I done then? I haven't got deep and meaningful about shit. I
watched it and I thought, she's looked at aspects of herself and decided that those are things she wants to change or whatever. And some of the things that she had wanted to change were things that I had also changed in my mid-30s. So I wondered if that was an age-related thing, whether you hit a point in your mid-30s where you go, I don't think I'm being the adult that I want to be. I want to be, and so maybe I've been through that stage. Right?
No, I definitely did that. I mean, I was the manager of Blockbuster one day, and then the next day I went into the college over the road and signed up to a course and quit my job and just went, yeah, fuck off, and became a filmmaker instead, for a laugh. I think it's definitely a thing in your 30s where, because your teens, you don't know what to do. Your 20s, you're finding something to do. And still having
at 30s, you start regretting that you did it.
Yeah, because then you're sort of shoved into a path, aren't you? And then by the time you're in your 30s, like, hang on, I don't think I want this. But no, something else. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my mid-30s, I think, were when things changed for me. The reason for that was that my because I had my kids young, by the time I hit my mid-30s, they were hitting, I mean, by the time I was 35, Anthony was 18, so he was hitting adulthood. Natalie was 13, so she was hitting independent years. And so my mid-30s was the point when I was able to stand back and go, right, I've done that then. I've done that part of my life. I've done the mothering. I've done the having to be at home. I've almost done the being responsible for whether they eat or not. You know what I mean? Apparently it doesn't go away because now he's 30 and I'm still responsible for whether he eats or not. But you know what I mean? That bit where it really is your job to make sure the food is hot and in front of them at the right time, that bit's over when they hit their teens. You can just say to them, did you eat? Go and eat. Or your food is in the microwave or whatever, you know? And so it was that bit when I was like, there's time for me now. There's time for me to be myself, and I don't know who to be. So that was when I started, sort of restructuring my.
Do you think you found the? What's that?
I don't know. It's a noise from the past. My bio is paying for something she bought earlier. Thought I'd sold a thing, but I hadn't sold a thing. It's just a thing that I sold earlier on that somebody hadn't paid for, but now they paid.
Good. Do you think you've sort of have some way found the, oh God, now we're going deep and meaningful. Do you think you've some way found the person that you really want to be?
I think I have. However, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the same person that other people want me to be. So that's a bit tricky.
Oh, well, fuck them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit fucking tricky. And they're kind of like that. I'm fairly happy with myself. And in some ways, that makes it even more frustrating when other people go, actually, I think you're wrong about you. Because I'm like, well, but it's taken me a long time to get to this version of me. It's taken me a long time to get to the version of me that I'm happy with. And I'm obviously not very articulate this morning. Sorry, just a little bit of dead air time. There's good job. This isn't radio, and people will be pressing their knobs. I've literally, it's gone. It's gone.
I remember a time like in my mid-20s when I was definitely like very, very self-conscious, very depressed, very. I had a friend that basically bullied me and stuff, and would make me even more depressed, and I had no clue. And I mean, like, okay, I was bright color hair and tattoos pretty much like nearly as I am now, and worked in a record shop and stuff. And it's like on paper I was cool, but I didn't feel cool at all. And I remember this guy that was bullying me going like, why are you so like, why, you know, this is really helpful, obviously, of this friend. Why do you have such like low self-esteem? Like, look at yourself. Other people look at you and think you're really cool and stuff. So why are you still so depressed? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, and also this is no help whatsoever. Because you're just not accepting of like these things. When other people tell you in positive or in negative ways like that was like, well, you know, I don't believe it. Just because I happen to have some tattoos and bright color hair does not make me a cool person. You know, like that's not what I think is cool.
It's because you might have tattoos and bright colored hair, other people, to them, that's cool because you're able to express a part of yourself that they might not be brave enough to express. So that's what makes you cool. The bravery that they perceive in you doing that. Now, it's possible that it's not bravery at all. It's possible that your tattoos and your brightly coloured hair are a nice thick suit of armour. But other people don't see that because their suit of armour is the little mousy self that they've put themselves in. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
So inside you might be a mouse inside the tattoos, and inside them is tattoos inside a mouse.
Oh.
Tasty says you are cool. Boring, but still cool.
She can frickin' talk.
And then says, how can somebody say you're wrong about you as the only person who knows you is you? I think one of the things about putting yourself on YouTube is that suddenly everybody knows you. Everybody suddenly knows everything about you, or at least they think they do. And then if you say that they don't, then they get angry because they assume then that you've been playing a part. So what, you're saying we don't know the real you? So who's this person you're putting on the internet then? You see, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You don't tell YouTube everything about yourself. You don't tell them all your, you guys don't know my entire life story. Because you don't do it. Nobody does that. Nobody goes, right, I'm going to start from day one. I was born, and I remember coming down a long, dark tunnel, and there was a light at the end, and some bloke with a stethoscope. You don't do it. You don't, and you certainly don't do all of your hurts, all of your scars, all of your wounds, all of your slights and slurs, and all of the things that actually made you into the person you are. You don't put them all out there because you don't get them out and look at them yourself that often. And then people go, oh, what? So it's all a fake then? This is just the fake you? This is just the, oh, so what? You're just putting on. No, I'm not putting on a persona. I just don't give you all of me. And again, I've gone somewhere sidetracked off the beginning of this sentence.
But it's you can't put all of you on screen because first of all you don't have the time.
Yeah,
and also just because. This is quantum physics, right? This is quantum physics for you. So an atom of light behaves differently if it's observed than if it's unobserved, right? That's page 1 of Schrodinger's cat, okay? An experiment that they did. So when a camera is put on you, and this is documentary filmmaking as well, like you do behave not in a different way, as in like I'm playing up for the camera, but it is like you have the face that's in front of the camera, and that is a part of your persona. So you have your on-camera persona, which is still part of your personality.
Yeah.
And of course, it does differ slightly from you in person. We make jokes that we would never do on camera.
Because when we make those jokes, we know they are jokes, and we know that we would never.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's like swearing, isn't it? So, for example, people say that several people have said that I'm a completely different person on this Sunday morning show to how I am in the waffle. One of the aspects of that is swearing. I swear a lot more on this Sunday morning program than I do in the waffle. I don't swear more on Sundays than I do the rest of the week. I just don't swear when I pick up the camera because I'm not impassioned. So I pick up the camera and I go, good morning, it's Sunday, and today I'm going to do so-and-so. Now, I don't feel the urge to go, good morning, it's fucking Sunday, let's fuck off and fucking do so-and-so, because that's weird. Nobody would do that.
Do that, though, that'd be hilarious.
But nobody would do that. I swear far more in conversation than I do when I'm talking to myself. Having said that, I swear a lot when I'm talking to myself, but you know what I mean? It's not because I'm putting on a fake me for the waffle. It's just because it doesn't flow that way when I'm filming little bits at a time. My swearing comes out in conversation. It comes out more when I'm frustrated because I can't get my point across or whatever. And it's not a different persona or personality. And it's not that I edit some of the swear words out from the waffle, not because I think people don't want to hear me swearing or because I think you'll be offended, but because they were kind of unnecessary, and probably a lot of the swearing I do on a Sunday morning is unnecessary. I'm really not very articulate this morning. I'm talking a lot, but I'm not making much sense.
With the swearing thing as well, like I do it myself. I sometimes think I've watched a couple of my videos back and gone like, oh yeah, I probably just swear a little bit too much, and I notice it, and I only notice it because in a script writing term you use swear words as a release of tension, and that in life as well, it's a release of tension. So without swear words you keep the tension up. So I only notice it in that sense. It's like, oh, I probably shouldn't have used the swear word there because I wanted the tension to increase, and that's just a silly It's
another weird thing. See, swearing doesn't bother me in the slightest, because to me, how can one set of 4 letters be any different to another set of 4 letters? How can the word fuck be more offensive than the word that? How can the other word, which if I say it, the internet will actually explode, how can that be more offensive than fuck? It's just 4 letters, only 26 in the alphabet. It's just 4 letters rearranged into a different...
Not the Welsh alphabet, we've got 79.
You've got some bloody weird shit going on in Wales, mine, haven't you? You have got 79, but 62 of them are L.
Yeah. That is actually not actually true, but in the alphabet, it does go L and then double L. And it's like, no. How can double L be 1 letter? There's 2 letters.
The German alphabet, they've got that B with a stalk, and I can't even remember what it's called. But it's pronounced S, isn't it?
Who now? The French?
The German alphabet.
The German alphabet is.
I can't find a scrap of paper. And if there's anybody German in the side chat, they're going to go, it's not meant to look like that.
Where's Karen? We need Karen.
It looks a bit like that, like a bee with a bee with a tail.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
and I think it's pronounced S.
Oh, there you go. Kirsten says.
Yeah. See, Kirsten says I don't swear on videos. I think it's because I train myself not to swear for work. That's it. I managed to not swear at work. I managed to not swear most of the time in front of my mother. Although I do occasionally have to leave the room and let a few out.
Oh yeah, God knows how many years in retail. Like the amount of times I wanted to swear. And yeah, like manage not to, and of course you can, and that is a persona, not a persona. You are still you. You're just you without swear words. No, it's not. It's like when say on Big Brother where people go like, "Oh, you're being so fake. You're being so fake. You're not really you." It's like, well, yeah, they are, but they're being them, being watched on television and having
the only episode of Big Brother that was really worth watching was their first one, when they actually had no concept of how much they were going to be filmed. They knew they were being filmed, but you saw them being themselves because they didn't realize how much they were going to film. From series 2 onwards, they were like, okay, they're going to watch us in the toilet, they're going to watch us everywhere, But
it's still them, but it's them very conscious of them being watched. But that's exactly how you would react if you were being watched. So you can't really say, oh, you're being fake. It's like, no, I'm being me, but I'm being me in a stressful situation.
Yeah. And I know that I put myself across badly, and that's what's caused one of the problems this week, is that I express myself badly. I know I do. And all I can mitigate that with is that I might express myself badly, but I never intend to be hurtful. Because if at any point I intend to be hurtful, I will express myself extremely well on the subject. Yeah. If I am intending to be hurtful, you will not be in any doubt about it. I will be absolutely freaking vile if I'm intending to be hurtful. But it's only happened a couple of times in my entire life when I've actually really gone, right, let's just tell you what I think of you. Probably twice in my entire life. Because I don't intend to be hurtful, because I have been hurt by the things that people say and by the things that people do so many times in my life, that when I get into bed at night and I'm able to ask myself, have you been a cunt today? Have you deliberately been hurtful? No. And some people will say that that's not an excuse. So just because you didn't mean it doesn't mean it make it all right. It has to, up to a point, because you have to be allowed to make mistakes, and you have to be allowed to express yourself badly if you can't do any better. And
also if that is a mistake, then if that's something that's said that has caused offence, then, and there's an open discussion about it, then the person that's offended could maybe articulate exactly why that has caused offence. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That maybe there's an edge. So say, for example, with trans. Now, there's a big, I was reading it this morning in Attitude magazine about Gottmik, who's, she's on the American series 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, he, out of drag persona, is a trans male, so born female, trans male, but does drag.
Right.
So out of drag, pronouns he, him. In drag, like all drag queens, is she, her.
Right.
And so the argument was, but like, you can't call him, she, because like she's trans. Like, no, she's a drag queen. That all drag queens are. she's and got herself actually said, don't treat me any different to like other drag queens.
I think it's important to understand as well that drag is a form of acting. Drag is a form of theatre. So when Robin Williams played Mrs. Doubtfire, the whole time Mrs. Doubtfire was on screen, she was she.
Yeah, and drag comes from Shakespeare, dressed as a girl. You know, that's where drag has come from, dressed as a girl. So say things like that. There's potential for offence, isn't there? And people getting offended on other people's behalf and stuff. Whereas Gottmik herself, because Gottmik, the character Gottmik, female drag, has said that she wants to be known as she in drag and has her proper male pronoun out of drag. But there's a whole argument around it. It's like, well, don't get offended on behalf of someone else.
Yeah.
Or explain the offence and things like that. So it can say things like that can be quite difficult. But you know, go. I mean,
like I said, to sum up what happened this week was that during our conversation last week about Eddie Izzard, we ruffled the feathers of a viewer, and then during my further conversation with the viewer, I caused huge offence by saying that I felt that what this person was insulted by, it had been their choice to be insulted by it. And I am trying to phrase this very carefully now. And this person was very upset that I said they had chosen to be insulted. I think this person felt that I had diminished their feelings. It was not my intention to diminish their feelings. However, they then apparently thought that I should apologise for having done something which A, I had not intended to do, and B, I was not sure I had done, and it escalated. Buddy. And whilst I will always apologise if I have knowingly been hurtful, or if I believe that I am wrong, I will very swiftly apologise if I believe that I'm wrong. I did not get the chance to explain further what I meant by saying that they'd chosen to be insulted by this thing. It's a bit like that thing about, can you be insulted by something that wasn't intended to be insulting by someone who would never willingly insult you?
That sounds like an Inception question. That is
this was a very tricky subject, and I obviously handled it badly and expressed myself badly and caused further offence. Again, unintentionally. I tried to be. Oh dear, dogs.
Well, I'll say that I read that little bit of conversation, and I've got to say that I actually don't understand where the offence came from.
And that is exactly where I am. The reason I didn't apologise is because I can still not quite understand how I caused offence by what I was saying and doing. And
the point that they were making, because they tried to say something about Eddie Izzard. No, they said something about Eddie Izzard, and I was like, one, I'm not sure if that's true, and two, that's like the thing that they were offended by. It's like they were being offended on behalf of a lot of people, and I don't think that is necessarily true. The thing that they were offended by, and they're being offended, like, and as a I don't know. I don't think it was. I just don't think it was right. I don't think it was true. So there. Anyways, census form. Yeah, that was fun. Did that this morning.
I did mine the other day. It's supposedly so they can establish how much money they're going to need for things. I don't quite see how the fuck that works, because it doesn't matter how much money they think they need for things. They then spend it on other things.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, if the NHS could tell them how much money. Speaking of the NHS, if you have not yet read This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay, then you should get a copy and read it, because it is eye-opening. But yeah, apparently the census is used to establish how much pressure there will be on various services and public communities and things like that in the future, in the next however long, in the next decade or something, and how much money they're likely to need for things. And I just found it I think it's all pointless. I find the census I find the census completely pointless, because they know where we all bloody live these days anyway. Everyone knows where you are every second of the day. And yeah, you had to do it by today, Debs. You could do it in advance if you already knew that the questions you were answering were not going to change by today. So, the main question is who will be in your house overnight on that date. And, there was not very much chance of anybody coming to visit. So,
good point, yeah. If anyone hasn't done it yet, a little, especially if you're Welsh or live in Wales or whatever, that a friend of mine said that when you're filling out these forms, and if you are on any kind of scale or spectrum, so say regarding sexuality or Welsh speaking or religion, that if you are in any kind of scale, then say a yes to that. So on our one, it asks like, are you a Welsh speaker? Now, technically, no, I don't have Welsh as my second, even third language or anything, but I put yes to I read Welsh, because I can read some Welsh, and that actually helps to recognise Welsh speaking as a language, and therefore hopefully we'll put more money into it. I'll put down that I'm bisexual, because as I'm somewhere there on the scale.
Because there wasn't a box that said easy.
Exactly. I have to do my own box. Yeah. I'm trisexual. Try anything sexual. And then for religion, I put pagan, because I couldn't put none of the above, because I do have a spirituality. It's none of the things that are there, so I put on other, and pagan is like the closest. Yes, certainly not Jedi. Yeah, so it was just so it's for representation, isn't it? So if you are on a scale anywhere, then just say yes, I am in some way that, rather than just going like, oh no, I don't speak Welsh. Just like, no, you do a little bit, so put yes, because let them know. Yeah, there you go. So I did it for Heather. I put pagan down. Here we are. But because I have some kind of belief, I'm just not quite sure what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what I believe. I'm very firm on all the things I don't believe. I'm just not quite so firm on the things I do believe.
That's quite all right, though. That's fine,
And I daren't sit here and start reeling off all the things I don't believe, because the potential for insulting people there is endless.
Yeah, so shall we start? Right.
I say to my mother, I don't believe your book. Your book, your special book that you think tells you how to do stuff. I don't believe it. And why don't you believe it? Because I believe it was written by men, not by God. I don't know if you thought God had a really long pencil or what, but I don't believe your book, Mum. And then, yeah, Mum won't have those conversations with me anymore. Cassie says, why was there no option for chocolate where it said religion?
Well, there is an other option. And yes, it is a legal requirement, Lisa. You could get an up to £1,000 fine for not completing it, which is kind of a bit like...
It's funny how many things they slap fines on these days, isn't it?
Like, bloody hell, I mean, it's easy enough to do, but I think it is silly that, that you could get fined for not doing it. But I suppose they just want to more
people stuff.
Yeah. So
thanks,
it is
Jackie Egerton.
Yes, and thanks, Jackie Egerton. yeah, I mean, it does bring, you know.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at DBG's little what's the word when you understate things? Little understatement. I'm a baptized Irish Catholic, but I'm a bit of an atheist.
Were you reading it in her voice as well?
I was trying. I'm not so good at the accent, and I only cause offence if I try and do the accent.
I was definitely reading it in a like she's a character on.
I'm a baptized Irish Catholic, but I'm a bit of an atheist. It's not very good, my Irish accent. It goes a bit farmer in the middle, I find. And then it goes into somewhere down Cornwall, I think. It goes in the end, and we don't stop Cambo on Wednesdays. I'm no good at accents. It's just not my thing.
No.
The little spanner things indicate that the person with a spanner is a moderator and can boot anybody else out of the chat should they feel the urge. We try and restrain their urges to only people who are being nasty, but you know, sometimes DBG gets carried away.
But sometimes we just do it for fun. When it comes to you know, Nick and Andrea's on a Sunday night, I'm like, I think there's a few of us that are just like, right, come on, bring it on, guys. Anyone asks how much money Nick and Andrea make, straight out, rude question, F off, anyone like that, I'm like, got no patience for you guys, you know.
DBG, you absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed that.
Oh, that's kind of pissed me off this week, actually, is Popey McPopeface going like, oh yeah, I don't bless gay people. What? I beg your... Like, I get that it's not against your ideals, but...
Makes me wonder how many priests were like, ooh, awkward.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's gay marriages he wasn't blessing. It's like...
In fairness, I am very much opposed to any kind of marriage. I feel like anyone should be allowed to get married if they want to, but why the hell would you want to?
Yeah. Either bless none or all of them. Like, don't go halfway, mate. You know, what about polygamists? Eh? Don't think they get anyone's blessing. But yeah, that's kind of like, dude, come on. Like, look at the times we're living in now. Like, and I'm pretty sure that if there is a God up there, he's going like, guys, just be fab and groovy, you know? Like, come on.
The Catholic Church is well known for moving with the times, though.
No. But
it's not really their thing.
No. And yeah, God knows all of the, you know, the dodginess that perhaps is going on behind the scenes in those. Like, I don't think they've got the right to go, I bless you people, but I don't bless you. Like, all right, thanks. Yeah, nice one. Yeah. It's all right. It's more fun in hell anyway. All the better people go there. In it.
Stoll says he thinks there should be renewable 5-year marriages.
Yeah, do you know what?
One day about my idea for a man library.
Oh! Do they use the Dewey Decimal System?
Probably.
Yay! Yeah, like, say for example, my friend Bianca has been married to 10 years. Just
I know you said to 10 men. Well, all at once. Bloody hell, Bianca, you're going to.
Well, sometimes it feels like that. It'll be 11 years, like this summer. However, she hasn't been with that guy since about 2 weeks after their wedding. The morning of the wedding, we were all like, B, you don't have to do it. Like, we'll cancel everything. We'll go to the church. We'll tell people it's off. And she was like, oh, I'm in the dress now. Might as well do it. Idiot. But yeah, and has never gotten divorced because they just couldn't afford, stupidly, I don't know why, like the 400 and something odd pound to even have it annulled, which is daft. And it's like, well, why can't that just, like, why does that have to be a thing that you have to pay to get done now? Why can't it just be like, you are released, you are free? Why does it have to be this stupid binding contract? You know?
I'll make you pay for everything.
Yeah, and she's like liable for some of his debt still. It's like, that's ridiculous. Just because 2 people went to a church and went, yep, they'll do. Like, hang on, how is that a legally binding contract? Like, no, that's not fair. That's silly. Just go into a woods and tie your hands around each other. That'll do. You know? People are crazy. Don't get married, kids. Don't do drugs. On a
Drugs
Tuesday.
bad, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Although morphine's quite nice.
Mum had some morphine this week. She lost a day.
Yeah, man.
So Mum went to hospital unexpectedly in the middle of the night, Thursday night, early hours of Friday morning. And it turns out they gave us some morphine, which I didn't know at the time, hence the confused conversation that I had with you guys the next morning. But it turns out the paramedics gave us some morphine. And then the next day I brought her home and she went to bed for a few hours. And then I rang her a bit later on and she said, oh, I've slept ever so long. I've missed Linda and everything. I said, what do you mean you've missed Linda? Well, Linda said she was coming at 12. I said, yeah, tomorrow. She's like, no, tomorrow's Sunday. I was like, no, tomorrow's definitely Saturday, Mum. Today's still Friday. Long silence, her end of the phone. She said, I've been looking at Saturday in the TV book. I was like, this is not a recognised way of determining what day it is.
Oh,
that's not how we do it. We don't pick up the TV book, pick a page and go, it must be that day today. But yeah, we had a very confused conversation and then she was like, well, that explains why so-and-so's not on. Yes, it does. Yeah, because you're on the wrong day in the TV book.
Oh, bless her.
In a way, I think she's a bit disappointed because she thought she'd got Saturday out of the way.
It's like one day closer.
One more day. Oh. One more dawn.
Was it?
One day more.
Oh wait, wasn't there one time we were going through the car boot sale, like the regular one in like your car boot sale, and we were singing Les Mis?
Probably.
All the way through, yeah.
Probably. Natalie and I sing Les Mis.
Loud.
That's probably rubbed off on you.
Yeah. No, I'm sure we did Do You Hear the People Sing? And we were
people join in, weren't we? And they did.
Like, come on, people, and people.
However, if you whistle, don't worry, be happy at the car boot. People do join in with that.
Oh, really?
They don't even know they're doing it. But like, I go into one bar and I whistle, "Don't worry, be happy" as I'm walking around, and then I go in the next bar, and by the time I go back into the first bar, and people in there are whistling it, so it's
like a Mexican wave of it.
Yeah, it sort of catches. Yeah,
that's cool.
Julie says, I've been with my partner 26 years. We're not married. Most people that I know who got married are now divorced.
Oh, that's another thing about like the 30s and 40s and stuff. So I remember turning 30 and like all of my school friends and stuff, they'd all, settled down and got their jobs and got married and, do all those things that, responsible people were meant to do. And I was like, shit, should I be doing that kind of thing? Like, oh, crap. So turning 30 was a bit like, oh, I'm a failure in life. And then turning 40, I was like, all of those people are getting divorced. They've got fucking ugly, horrible kids. Their jobs are shit and they hate them. I'm loving life.
Yeah, basically they were all on a different level of the game to you. And what you discover is that actually there's a shortcut and you don't have to play that level at all.
Yeah, it's great. Great.
I did have my jab, Claire. And yes, Joan, I was okay after it. I was very tired Friday. However, I had been up most of the night Thursday night because Mum going to hospital. So I cannot quantify whether that was the after effects of the jab or just because I've been up all night. But apart from having it feels like, when they give you a dead arm in school, doof, you're like, ah! Felt like that. But it's apart from that, that's my only side effect. So
yeah, same with my mum. She was just like, oh, it just feels like, you got a really heavy arm and,
Yeah, she is okay, Jane. Thank you. She's fine.
Nothing
stops. She has gallstones, if anybody's wondering. Mum has gallstones and she had a bit of a gallstone attack in the night. She called 111 and they sent the ambulance. So
yeah, my sister had gallstones, not fun. She had her gallbladder removed in the end.
I had the Oxford one, Lee, the AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca.
I wouldn't say it's pain, more just feels like somebody went doof. I can see next door's dog in the park, but I cannot see next door.
Oh, is that Chelsea?
Yeah. I mean, she very rarely goes anywhere on her own, so Richard must be there somewhere.
Mum
wouldn't go up there on her own.
Mum just waved a plastic bottle at me, which I'm presuming is say hello to Carla. Is that right?
Mummy.
Yes, I was right. See, she just goes, like, say hello to Carla, okay.
Terry says, my mum and dad will have been married for 50 years this year. I'm not sure if I should organise a golden anniversary party because they've been separated for 40 years. That would be hilarious. We'll organise a golden wedding and party and invite them both.
When Gran and Grandpa did they have, was it the ruby anniversary?
They had a golden one.
Golden one, yeah.
That was the 60th.
And we had a party down the tennis club, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the 60th.
That was the 60th. And I just remember them sat together and people going like, oh, photograph together, you know, go and hold hands, put your arm around each other. And they were literally just saying like,
I fucking hate her. I hate her.
It's like, do we have to?
Happy days.
Happy days.
I'd be a lot happier if I could see Richard over there and know that Chelsea's not over there on her own. I'm sure she's not.
She's a clever dog anyway.
She's a lot cleverer than the rest of us, yeah.
Maybe she's coming for help. Maybe Richard's trapped down a well.
Oh, well.
And she's like, Lassie. What's that, Chelsea? Richard's
tell Mummy that he likes the paint job on the cupboard.
There you go. They think the paint job is very good, Mum.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lily said she had the Oxford jab and she was ill all weekend.
I think it's just your genes and stuff.
It's your genes.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, if you've got Levi's, you don't get any
Yeah, absolutely.
any after effects. But if you're only wearing Matalan jeans, then yeah.
It's going to affect everyone differently because that's just how it works, isn't it? It's just, you know, like, I don't think I've ever had flu in my life. Ever.
No, I don't think I've had plenty of colds, but from how people describe flu, I don't think I've had that.
Yeah, exactly.
People describe flu as literally knocking you flat, don't they? And
Mum's advice is just don't kiss people.
Works for me.
Your coffee. Ooh, coffee, please. Mum's making coffee.
I'm all right, thanks, Mummy. I've got a Pepsi Max.
Can't reach that far anyway.
She can't reach that far.
So, are your shops opening soon?
Right, as of tomorrow, garden centres are open. That's pretty much the only difference. And they're taking the tape off the things in Tesco's that you're apparently not allowed to buy. That is literally it.
Tell her about Morrison's and the balloons.
No, I told them about Did I tell you about Morrison's and the balloons?
And the balloons, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I know, daft, isn't it?
Balloons are essential.
Balloons are essential, towels are not.
Yeah, towels not, yeah.
Crazy. But no, but Mum's quite excited about, well, I would say can't be excited about tomorrow, although we are excited about tomorrow because tomorrow my sister moves house to over there.
Oh, is that tomorrow? Way!
Tomorrow, yeah. So it's probably going to be, well, the moving guy said a 2-day move.
But I think
they'll get it done in a day. They'll get it done in a day. So we won't see her tomorrow, but we'll probably go around Tuesday evening and have some dinner there or something. Because they are our bubble and we're allowed. No. And also we're allowed in gardens now. Aren't we? Or is that of tomorrow?
Oh, God.
I don't know. We're allowed in gardens at some point.
Lost track.
Who knows? So Bianca and Alana are coming round this afternoon in the garden to see me because I haven't seen them like since don't know when. Christmas? Something like that. Yeah. So there we are.
I've just realised that the booking system should open today for the air balloon and I'm supposed to book a table for me and Josh.
Oh, for his birthday.
Come if you want. Are you allowed out of Wales by then?
I don't know. I don't. We're still on a stay local at the moment, so
for the 12th, I think.
I don't know. It'll probably they reevaluate every 3 weeks, so they've only just done one, haven't they? So maybe, but at the moment it's still a stay local, like 5 miles from home thing. Oh, Stephen, I am ordering that hot tub for my sister's birthday, which is like, was that the 21st of April? Have I got the 20th? 24th, and marks the 20th, isn't it, of
March
November?
the 21st.
25th. Oh, God, I don't know my siblings' birthdays. That's awful. I just know they're a Taurus and a Scorpio, and I'm a Leo. But yeah, we're gonna hire a hot tub for my sister's birthday. That'll be cool. But yeah, everything else opens on the 12th of April, like you guys. I guess they probably did that so that people from England don't come invading us lot again and come to our shops. Why I oughta.
I didn't go to your shops. Your shops are shit. I went to your restaurant.
I came to some of our shops.
You got a Jaffa cake.
Chocolate digestive. Donkey. No.
Jilly says, when do our shops open? I don't know where you are, Jilly. If you're here, then I believe our shops open on the 12th.
I thought it was everywhere was April 12th.
No, I don't know, because she might be an island and they're having different sets of rules. And Scotland are having different sets of rules, and everywhere is.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So it's just garden centres as of tomorrow. And yeah, the taped off bit. So it does mean that Mum can go to Wilkinson's tomorrow and buy some. Actually, she doesn't need compost, but she'll probably go in and buy some plants because that's what she does. Chalk down, apparently. Our hairdressers have been open for a week, apparently, but my hairdressers is closed forever, which is a shame.
Oh, has she gone completely?
Shame, yeah. But well, they've moved to Puthcall, so maybe I'll go again at some point, but I don't know where in Puthcall they are.
Sharon, I think it was not so much that they took offence at what we said or what we were discussing. It was more that I managed to cause offence in the comments section when I replied to somebody. And yeah.
I cause offence by my very presence.
I find you incredibly offensive.
I know, right? And I'm very damaging to your channel. I hope you appreciate that. I keep you grounded.
You bring your own special blend of wrecking crew, don't you? So.
Yeah, definitely. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah. I'm special. What's that? Someone from Somerset was arrested by police on his way home. His excuse is he had to go to Wales to get his hair cut. No. It's a bit of a way to go, isn't it? And, you know, never mind. Oh, geez. Wow. Read an article that hairdressers are operating on the sly and claiming pandemic payments and grants and pulling in over $1,000 a week. Some, not all. I'm sure there are. Didn't I read somewhere about someone dyeing someone's hair in a car park or something? Wow. Tourist chakra. Yeah, 4 weeks today. Car boot sales open again. We've got a new one opening in my stag.
I'm going to have to come to your car boot sales because mine are still not making any noises.
Well, we've got it's a Bessemer Road in Cardiff on the 18th. Hopefully, Sully will be at some point over the summer. Sully is the huge one that if it's a nice sunny day, it's just immense. Like, love Sully. The Bridgend one will continue to be shit, you know.
Well, no one knows where it is, and that makes it difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Including the organisers.
Yeah. But yeah, they turned up on that first day and went like, oh, they've changed the locks, we can't get in. Which was hilarious. Oh, and Gashi Gay, yeah. Gashi Gay is a little bit far for me to go. I've only been twice with my sister. Malvern's a good one. My sister likes that. I'll probably go with her tomorrow.
Apparently Cheddar's starting 17th of April, so I might go down to Cheddar if ours isn't on.
Ooh, fab.
I don't like the trek to Cheddar. It's a very nice drive, it's just a ball ache trekking all the way down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will. To be honest, I'd trek to fucking Aberdeen if it was the only car boot hell I could get to. So.
Yeah, it'll be nice to. Well, it's nice that the spring is coming. Like Mum is sat outside right now on her chair with her coffee, and it's like, yeah, that spring starting.
Yeah, I've got washing on the line. I mean, there's not a breath of wind out there, so it's just hanging there limp, but it's out. That's a big one for me. The sign that the weather's changing is when the washing can go outside.
I'm gonna sit outside with Alana and Bianca later, and that'll be nice. I haven't seen him in so long. So long. That'll be okay. And then didn't we say May would be when I come to see you? I reckon actually I reckon I can come down in April. I reckon we'll be allowed then. If they're opening the shops, you know.
As soon as they say we can have other people indoors, isn't it, basically?
Yeah. And if not, if we can't go indoors, but we're allowed to travel, I'll just book Travelodge down the road.
I wonder if they're open again, the hotels, and I suppose they are. I don't really know. I mean, you can kip in the garden. I haven't got a sofa in the front garden at the moment, but I might have by then. Who knows?
Oh, but I'm sorry, but on your Google Maps, you advertise as having a sofa.
I do. I feel it's Google's fault for having a 2 years out of date picture of my house. Yeah.
Well, that's just not fair. I don't have any relatives in Yorkshire anymore, no. Although my nephew goes to university in Leeds, and he plays rugby for Halifax. And he likes living there. He likes Leeds. He's got right Yorkshire accent now as well. It's like, Sean, you've been up there 5 minutes and you sound like you should have a flipping whippet and a flat cap.
Dawn says she's just woken up. What did she miss? Everything, I suppose. Everything and nothing, Dawn. You've missed everything we've said, but nothing was worth repeating.
I dawn and I slept well on my new pillowcase. It's nice.
I need to put mine on. I took it in the bedroom yesterday, but I forgot to put it on the bed. And then when I was in the bed, I was like, oh, I forgot my pillowcase. But then I was in the bed, you know, and I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow.
Lovely. My hair was only half as ruffled this morning, so that's good. It's very nice, very soft.
Supposed to stop your face creasing as well. Do you get face creases?
Not at the moment, because I'm not allowed to sleep on my front.
So I'm a back sleeper, so I don't tend to get face creases from my pillow. But
I wish I was a back sleeper, but no, I sleep on my front, face down.
Oh my God.
Into mattress, basically, but not at the moment. It's a shame.
Dodo, who sent me the wooden pens, she's out with her dog, and she just sent me this picture of a bird of prey.
Oh, wow.
And the message says, this fucker just dived at my dog.
Oh!
I'd be like, oh, get away from my dog, get away from my dog, get away from my dog. I'd be fucking useless. But
how big is the dog? Because obviously it must have looked at it like, yeah, I can take that. I can have that.
Maybe it's a nickel dog. I don't know what kind of dog she's got, but oh my God.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Rachel wants to know where you got your mug.
Charity shop. You know, everything's from charity shop, basically, isn't it? Things with me are either from charity shop, home shopping channels, or Vivienne Westwood.
No disparity between there at all.
No. Well, you know.
To be fair, the home shopping channels are often more expensive than Vivienne bloody Westwood, but.
Oh, I tell you what, though, they had a deal on yesterday. See, this is me, right? So I'm watching the Jewelry Maker channel, and I know.
She's not out for a walk with her dog. This is in the garden.
Oh, fuck!
Get a gun.
That's. But But yeah, I was watching the Jewelry Maker channel, and they had like, okay, weekend special offer. If you spend £50, you get a £5 off. If you spend £100, you get £20 off. And then if you spend £150, you get £37.50 off. And it's like, well, I might as well spend £150 then.
I remember those days.
Claire's
Walks says, did I get any side effects? Just a dead arm. Like it just feels like somebody's punched me in the arm, but apart from that, nothing.
My dog is 7 stone, would need a pterodactyl to pick her up.
Lisa says, imagine a hawk swiping a chihuahua on extended lead and the person ended up flying the most horrendous kite.
Do you know what? I think I've actually seen a picture of some bird of prey picking up a tiny dog. Like, and you know, but no, that is actually horrible, isn't it? Like, whoa. Come back,
yeah, I don't know what you do. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, very brave bird, stupid bird. They have got tiny brains, tiny brains.
Birds have, only because they got tiny heads. It's all proportionate, isn't it?
But their brains are also encased, like they can't grow any bigger.
It's because that's the size of their head. If your brain carried on growing, you burst out your ear holes.
But like what I like a nut, you know. Whereas we have like, you know, squidgy bits and stuff. Like I know
is this actual scientific fact, or are you making stuff up and confusing me? Because I don't believe you.
This is Brian Cox, because it's the comparisons between dinosaurs and birds, because birds are basically dinosaurs, and dinosaurs didn't evolve any further because they had a casing around their brains, which meant that their brain couldn't evolve anymore. So they you know, and also, you know, there was that big meteor thing, but you know, dinosaurs were very stupid with very small arms, and they couldn't pass potatoes to each other. That's why they died.
Dodo says it's a buzzard and her dog is a tiny chihuahua.
Shit.
I would get, if I were you, Dodo, I would get a big water gun. What are those, like a super soaker?
Yeah.
And I would literally have my dog covered the whole time she was out there. I'd be like, come on, you fucker. Because when I said get a gun, before anybody writes in to complain, I'm not advocating that we go around killing all the birds of prey, but you do need something to keep your dog safe. So yeah, I would get a super soaker. And
get whirligigs as well. Is that what they're called, whirligigs? The spinny little, like what you get at the fairground.
Like you used to make when you were a kid, yeah.
Yeah, like the twisted things, because obviously that's continuous movement then, and they don't like. Shit, yeah, no, that's horrible. I mean, we've had the crows have dive bombed the cats before, but to be fair, it's the cat's fault because they're going, you look tasty, you know, and they do that.
Cats says get the dog a tiger costume.
Oh, that's also a good idea. Yes. Cover the dog in Vaseline or lubricant so that it tries to pick it up and it just slips.
Just lube your dog before you put it out for a wee.
Lube your dog, you'll be fine.
Yeah. There you go, people. You heard it here first.
See, we're like Mrs. Hinch, sort of, and her.
Hinch has got a lovely dog, and to my knowledge, she's never lubed him.
Not on camera, but you don't know what happens off camera. I tell you what, that would keep dog theft down to a minimum, though. Really,
if all dogs were too slippery to hold.
Yeah, exactly. WD-40 your dogs, right? Maybe don't steal them then, would they?
Might surprise the animal a little bit.
They'll be fine. Fine. But yeah, there you go. So Lex's top tip for the day: lube your dogs.
It's good job we're not talking about cats in it, really, because you would have gone from cats to PUSY, and before you know it, I'd be properly terminated.
Not allowed to say that word because Susan Badwolf has banished it.
Has she?
Yeah. Or she tried to. Did that one go in? I can't remember.
Let it in.
But she doesn't like that word in it.
Chris release your pooch. Oh dear.
So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's your plans for today, Carla? Sit, stare.
Did not rehearse for the question. I did a lot of work yesterday.
You did. It was insane. By the time I'd actually just like gotten out of bed and walked downstairs, you were like, I've done 17 drafts and photographed 84 items. I walked the dog. I've had breakfast. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I did a lot of work. I ended up with 70 drafts yesterday from start to finish, listed, scheduled, but all done, which means I don't want to do any work today. I've got to do my parcels because I didn't do any parcels yesterday. Jack Parrish doesn't seem to be in the chat, but thank you, Jack, for purchasing from yesterday. And Lynn Robinson is in the chat. Thank you very much for you as well. Literally, you two guys were my only sales yesterday, so thank God for you. You kept me alive yesterday. And if anybody would like to keep me alive today, that would also be grand. Begging bowl. Pleading poverty, all of that jazz.
All right, Elton.
Still says my mother carries a bottle of sherry and a can of WD-40 with her in the firm belief that there's very little in life that can't be improved with one or the other.
And I advise Stephen's mother to not mix her drinks like that.
Yeah, make sure you've picked up the right can.
It does not sound like a good cocktail there, to be honest.
They reckon it's cable ties, WD-40 and cable ties, isn't it? Those are the two things that you need in your DIY kit. If it doesn't move, WD-40, make it move. And if it does move and don't want it to, cable ties will stop it.
That'll do.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't want to do any work today or possibly ever again now. I probably, worked myself into oblivion through doing some yesterday. I've got a couple of videos that need editing. I've done one. One's going live this afternoon because you may have noticed there was no Saturday video this week. There was no Saturday video last week either. So yeah, one's going live this afternoon, but it's not very exciting, so I advise you not to watch it.
What? You're really selling yourself today. What's it about?
I used my new curling device. Natalie bought me a new curling device for my hair for Mother's Day, so I used that. So
that doesn't sound boring.
Oh, thank you, Living the Dream. I didn't realise that was you. Thank you. I dyed my hair yesterday, Stall. That's why it's looking a bit not quite so white down the middle. Put my hair dye on yesterday. I did my brows as well, which is why my eyes have reappeared.
I've got... That's my natural hair colour. The mousy. Well,
I had that white line, didn't I? When I put my fringe up last week, there was that. Now I've got a hair dye mark. Look where I splurged.
You're a badger underneath.
But yeah, so yeah, I've got a couple of videos to edit. And
no mum for dinner today?
Not today, no.
No?
No. I'm not very interested, am I? Rebecca, that is one of the videos that I've got to edit. Rebecca's saying, it is Rebecca, isn't it? I'm just said Rebecca when her name's not Rebecca. Her name is Rebecca, isn't it? R.S. Harris is Rebecca. Yeah, I suddenly doubted myself. One of the videos I've got to edit is the first 4 weeks of that. But then I need to film an extra bit to go on the end. So yeah. The answer to how's it going is it was going really, really well. But then the extra bit that goes on the end will explain why it's not going quite so fucking well right now. I'll put another swear word in.
Oh,
I'm going to get a swear box on the desk. That would be an interesting thing. We could each have a swear box. Just for sheer shits and gigs. There's another 10p. And put 10p in every time. Have a pile of 10p's and put 10p in every time we swear. And then at the end of each stream, see how much we've actually spent.
Can I just stick a fiver in and be in credit?
No, because you wouldn't be in credit, would you?
Well, and I could have like 50 swears.
Yeah, but you get 50 swears in the first 10 minutes.
That's true.
And we're live for well over an hour. That's what I mean. It's not going to be a fiver. Fiver's not going to cover it.
Oh, balls.
Jim says after watching you do... Oh, it's gone. Where did that go? Where did that go? Come back. Come back, comment. There it is. After watching you do your eyebrows, I do mine now, and I love them. Yeah, I must admit, I'm really pleased. I use this. If anybody's wondering, I use this. It's linked underneath one of my videos. Please buy it through my link, and then I earn 7p.
Ooh. I'm never quite sure what to do with my eyebrows because they're quite light and a little bit sparse. And I've tried doing, like colouring them, like, and I look weird with a heavy brow. I just don't.
It's difficult if you've got lighter hair, I think, because I've got dark hair. The heavy brow sort of sits behind it a bit, and
there was
behind the 18-foot fringe at the moment.
Back in like about 10 years ago, I think it was about 10 years ago, I had I was skinny, and I had gorgeous long, very expensive like hair extensions. They cost like $1,000. It was disgusting, and then they all just came out. But at the same time, and they were like ice blonde, and then I bleached my eyebrows as well, and I looked proper like Icelandic cool, Like that was a good look. I like that, but I'll never be able to do that again. Especially not with £1,000 hair. Ugh.
Val says she likes thin, fine bone China mugs, and have I got any? I don't know if I have. I'm very short on mugs because there have been no car boot sales. Ow, 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 ow,
ow, ow,
ow,
ow. I love Bimini. I don't mind that Lawrence Chaney has, but I do. I Bimini. But there we are. Yeah.
That's the only fine bone China mug I've got at present. That's it. That's the only one. I really miss. I've got no bric-a-brac to list. I mean, all the listings I did yesterday, all bloody clothing. I hate listing clothing. How fast my fringe grow? Well, it hasn't been cut since just after Christmas, I don't think. So,
really,
did I hack it in myself at one point? I certainly haven't been. I haven't seen the hairdresser since just the day before lockdown was the last time I went to the hairdressers.
You must have, though. You must have, because your hair does grow quite fast.
Maybe I hacked it myself at some point. I don't know.
I think you did. I'm sure you did.
I haven't got a bag puss mug, Fleur. No.
I've cut my fringe once since I did that hacking of my own hair. So for some reason, my fringe grows slower than the rest of my hair. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but apparently that's what happens to mine. But it has grown quite a bit, though.
I don't have a favourite thing. Oh, thank you, whoever that is. I don't have a favourite thing to list, Joan, but I like to list an assortment of stuff. So my happiest listing is when I've got a pile of all different things that give some interest, whereas if it's just a pile of clothes, it's all just clothes. And some people even break that down, don't they? And go, I'm going to do all trousers today. Oh. And I realise it's because of the way they list. They will do a bulk listing of trouser and then go in and alter that listing, won't they? I tried doing that. Fake Rachel used to list that way, don't she? Still does. And I tried her method. I couldn't get the grips with it. I couldn't.
That's how I list. Like 10 gold necklaces. I think it's just because then I don't require any thought. And I like things that don't require any thought. Dawn fell asleep. How it is probably a very strange time. You probably should actually.
I don't know what time it is in Dawn World. I'm literally accepting pretty much any offer that's coming in now. People, if you want something cheap. I mean, don't be rude,
Oh yes, someone bought something off my eBay the other day. Like they sent an offer which I accepted, and then they messaged me afterwards going like, "Oh, I feel really rude for sending you that offer now. And like, do you want the extra?" And I was like, "Oh yes, like no, honestly, like if we're both happy with the price, then it's all good, isn't it? Like don't it's fine. Like oh, that's so sweet."
I agree. Sorry, I'm nodding, but then I'm nodding in my head. And I don't think I was nodding out loud. I knew what I meant. I was like, yeah, she's right. That's very sweet, but you should probably indicate that that's what you're thinking.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, I just hate listing clothes.
Yeah, same.
I'm trying to look at my listings.
I'm not a fan of listing clothes. I can't be arsed with them anymore unless they're interesting vintage clothes. And even then, you know, do I have any owl earrings? I literally just sold some the other day. Dangly ones. Let me have a look. 1 second.
Well, Galloway, it's very generous of you, but it's actually listed for less than that. I'm just putting the link in the chat now. And if anybody else follows that link, that will take you to my eBay, I believe. At least if it doesn't, I've done something horrendously wrong.
There might be some in my store, but I'll have a look and see if there's any unlisted. Because that's easier. This is unlisted pierced earrings. Do you want any? Do you want some dangly?
Not green ones. I don't particularly enjoy green stuff. I don't know why. I'm still wearing the ones you gave me for Christmas.
Aww. Yay. So you don't like these ones then? They're Ace. Come on.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. Hi, Peter.
Fucking horrible.
That's just cost me another 10p. Mind you, it's just cost you another 10p in the swear jar as well, so that's all right.
That's all right. It's worth every penny. Yeah, I can't see any Nowls, I'm afraid. Not in my unlisted anyway. I've got strange ducks. I should send them to Lainey, shouldn't I? She likes strange ducks.
Toby, you're saying does not post to Australia. Is that on my shop? Because it ought to show up as everything's available everywhere because I use GSP. It's very odd.
Maybe it's the category.
Oh, yeah, because GSP won't take certain things, will they?
Yeah.
And I don't know what.
Like you can't send uranium in the
Luckily,
post.
I'm all out of uranium.
I've got some if you want some. Look, a little teddy bear witch on a broomstick.
Cannot imagine dangling that off my head.
No?
No.
You.
Hi, Donna.
No owls, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Kirsten. Kirsten's just coffee or co-feed me. I still haven't decided what we're calling that.
Coffee.
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 Yeah, but it's not a co, is it? It's a co.
Because you're thinking of Kofi Annan and you're like, oh yeah, I'll have a bit of that.
I don't think I spend a lot of time thinking of Kofi Annan. You make it sound like I'm sitting in mildly obsessing about Kofi Annan 24 hours a day.
Well, maybe you should.
I don't know why that would be, Toby, because I'm definitely all my stuff is listed with GSP and it should all go everywhere.
I had someone in America wanting to buy a pair of earrings from me, and they didn't like the GSP price, so I was like, oh, okay, so I'll cancel that. She's like, can I it's discussing the amount you're charging for postage, can I cancel it? And I'm like, okay, I cancel. So I cancelled it, and then she went and left me a negative feedback because the postage wasn't free, and I was like, well, for a start, like it's £5 for this pair of earrings. I can't even get them to America for free, like for less than the ridiculous woman. So she left me a negative, which I had removed. This is about 3 weeks ago now. And then yesterday she sent me a message going like, so can I have these earrings then? It's like, love, go away.
Hi, Abby.
It's not happening. I've already blocked you. And you left me a negative. You honestly think I'm going to sell to someone that's already left me a negative? Crazy woman.
Yeah, people are a bit odd, aren't they, sometimes?
I had a feedback left on my eBay the other day, something about nice brooch, but it keeps getting caught on things. It's like,
no, that's your fault. Oh my god!
I don't know what to do about that.
Thanks, Val.
Do you want me to like, shave the edges off or something?
Please return it to me and I'll file it down for you.
Okay.
Cracking. That is brilliant. I must have shared in one of our WhatsApp chats the other day that I had a message from a customer after a purchase, and it just shows up on the preview screen of your phone. It shows the first line of the message, and it said, "Item received today. I am shocked that," and I immediately went,
"Oh no!
What the fuck are you shocked about? You absolute fucking blah 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 blah." And then when I opened it, I said, "I am shocked by the swift postage." Oh, as you were. Calm your tits.
Yeah. Like you get into your fight or flight thing, don't you? It's like, right. Yeah,
right, what are you complaining about? She was just shocked at the swift postage. I was like, oh, right, okay, wasted a good rage there. Hold on to that. You'll need that some other time. Oh dear.
Oh, people go to Kirsten's shop and especially have a look at the lovely candles, because I bought 3 from there now, and like they're proper lush. The rhubarb and ginger one is so good. That sounds nice. Oh, it's lovely. I love the smell of rhubarb. Lush. So I highly recommend that one.
My gran used to grow rhubarb, but I don't think people grow it as much as they used to, do they?
We've got a huge rhubarb plant that's been there for decades apparently, and it's dead good. Get loads of it. It has moved though, slightly, but it's good rhubarb plant. And I like a stewed rhubarb, and I like a rhubarb crumble. Rhubarb good.
See, I like crumbles, but if I'm honest, the bit I like is the crumble. The fruit underneath it, yeah.
I like a rhubarb crumble. I like a rhubarb crumble because it's really sour. It's really like, oh, that's tart, But yeah.
Becca says she's got a huge rhubarb plant, and Kathy says it's very difficult to kill. Perhaps I should grow it then, because I managed to kill everything else.
Do it. It's very, very, and it's, yeah, I love a bit of rhubarb. Good.
Toby's got a huge eggplant bush.
Oh.
Now, eggplant is aubergine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is worse. When you think about the aubergine emoji, we're not getting any better here, are we?
No, exactly.
Yeah, Jackie Funstuff agrees. Less fruit, more crumble. Oh, double cream! I remember. Do you remember? Oh, cream that cream that thuds out of the tub. That kind of cream. Oh, thuddy cream.
I had a craving for clotted cream, like late last year, and so I put it on. This is when we were isolating. Put it on Tesco order, and even though I was there to order, they kept substituting it with double cream. I'm like, no, I want clotted cream. I want cream that cream, oh, so good. When I finally got some, beast.
The first time I ever bought clotted cream, I took it back because it had gone all weird on the top. And they very kindly exchanged it for another one.
Which was weird.
Gone all weird on the top.
Yeah.
I did take that one back because I couldn't be bothered. But then I was telling my friend about the fact that Asda had been such bastards that all of their cream was out of date and it had gone all weird on the top. And she very kindly let me know that I had been a complete knobhead and that the woman on the customer service had miraculously managed to keep a straight face.
Oh, yeah.
While I was at the customer service desk going, look at the state of this cream. It's gone all, look, you shouldn't be selling it like that.
Oh.
Who is it in a comedy thing who sends back his gazpacho soup because it's too cold?
Oh, it's in Red Dwarf, because that's his trigger thing. Like, when there's 2 rimmers, and like, so he gets like his hologram gets cloned, and then the other rimmer is like, to really piss him off, goes gazpacho soup.
Yeah.
So I was listening to that the other night, an audio book.
Yeah.
I did not know that, Val. Although I can't have sugar. I just like it sour and tart. I cover an extra lemon and have it really sour and like, oh, so that your face gets sucked in with how sour it is.
So you don't put water in at all to cook it? Just the sugar isn't. Just the sugar will draw enough water out to cook it without adding extra water. Is that what you're saying?
I just microwave it.
I haven't got any rhubarb, so I'm not likely to cook it anytime soon.
I microwave it until it goes soft, and then that's it.
You know? Lisa says, "What's this other cream you speak of? Clotted cream is cream. The end. Now you'll be telling me ginsters make pasties. Ginsters or ginsters? Discuss. I hate it when people say discuss. It makes me full of rage. I'm sorry. I withdraw the instruction to discuss, and invite you to discuss if you wish."
I've heard that it's pronounced ginsters, but I've always pronounced it ginsters.
See, I think I read it as ginsters.
Oh.
Hmm.
Gin.
Yeah, I don't even drink. Maybe I'm just obsessed with alcohol. Maybe I should start.
You've threatened that a few times now, and you still haven't. So, get on that.
Well, I don't think I'll like it. I know it won't like me. The reason I don't drink is not through any morality or anything. It's simply that it makes me very, very ill very quickly. I did wonder if I could drink my way through the ill part, if I could just force my body to accept alcohol, but I don't think I can. So I know it won't like me, and I don't think I'll like it. I only really want the after effects of alcohol. I don't want to actually drink it.
It's like reverse alcoholism, isn't it? It's like you've got to wean yourself onto it.
Yeah.
Next, my fella just bought my breakfast and said, "Oh, thank you,
Julie." Somebody's bringing people breakfast.
Cass fella
said how well you look, and he never notices her. Kath, you can come on the show next week, and we'll see if he notices you if you're on the screen. Megan wants to know where your necklace is from.
It's from the jewelry channel, home shopping channel.
It looks very Egyptian sort of styly.
Yes, it is. Well done. Look at you.
Egyptian sort of styly.
Egyptian revival art deco.
Woo!
Well done. Can't remember where the rubies are from, but it's 15 carats of rubies in there, which is my birthday.
That's a lot of ruby or not a lot of ruby, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Oh, they're all rubies all the way up there.
Yes, but how much is a carat of ruby?
About that much.
And how much does a carat of ruby cost if you just go and buy just that carat of ruby on its own?
It all depends on cut, clarity, something and something else.
And how much was your necklace?
This was just over £100.
I'm trying to divide up that between the number of rubies you've got and try to...
It's a good price for the amount of rubies that are in there. If you to buy them separately, I think this kind of ruby would cost about £15 each. But, I love it anyway. I think it's cool.
See, rubies are our can't speak. Rubies are our birthstone, aren't they? However, I prefer amethysts.
They have a very similar necklace in amethyst that's only £70. Would you like it?
I would look so different in that to the way you look in it. You look like a person wearing a necklace. I would look like a person wearing a costume.
You don't tend to wear, you only really wear earrings, don't you? You don't tend to wear any other things.
Mum gave me a ring the other day that is one of the grandmother's wedding rings. We're not sure whether it's my grand's wedding ring or my great-grand's wedding ring or my great-great-grand's wedding ring. And I wore it for about 2 hours and I was like, that it just looks fucking weird on me. It looked weird. I look like a dart player when I put a ring on. Do you know what I mean by that? You know when the darts player, the beer belly dart player walks up and he goes like that and he's got all the... That's what I look like. I look like I'm about to play darts.
What about a necklace though? Like a little thing on a chain, like a little pendant on a chain?
Kirsten wants to know what her birthstone is for August. I think amethyst is September, if that's any help. Isn't, is it? August birthstone. Peridot or Peridot. Again, that's another one that I'm never quite sure how to pronounce. It's green.
Peridot. Peridot's nice.
That one's you, Kirsten. You're that big green bogey one.
I like Peridot.
Yeah, I should have been born in February and then I'd be amethyst. It's not September, it's February. September is sapphire. See, I don't mind sapphires. They're quite nice as well. Well, actually, don't wear any of it, so it's all a bit academic, isn't it?
I think
Abe knowing his jewellery shit.
I know, right? I was just going to say, like, Abe just strolls in with his knowledge. What does he think he is, eh?
Maybe he's just bought a Peridot engagement ring for his girlfriend. Because did you know that Abe's got a girlfriend now?
Not a clue. He's never mentioned it. No.
Yeah, you'd think he would have said something, wouldn't you?
I know, right? Rude. Yeah.
Kirsten, just pick whatever birthstone you want, love. I'm having amethysts.
I also like, there's a green one called chrome dioxide. You can tell I've been watching like the jewelry channel, but it's a gorgeous color green. Like it's proper, like emerald can be a bit on the light side, but this is proper like forest, like my sofa color green. Ooh, it's lush. Really
I like that one that looks all different colors, and I don't know what they call that, but you know when
there's a few. So like an opal is a bit like that.
I think it's a man-made thing that I'm thinking of, but like you get it in costume jewelry sometimes, and it literally shows all the rainbow of colours.
Oh, so like an aurora borealis.
Yeah, that's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Well, then you'd probably like opals then, and maybe labradorite. But opals are really lovely.
March is aquamarine, apparently, Lynn Finney.
Yeah, typical. But having whoever has diamond for this, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's like the most expensive one. But then also have the most expensive one, you know.
Oh, Mandy, is that in your garden? I'll bring my Jockey Wilson hands round and we'll play a match. If that's it, I think this is in Mandy's garden. She sent me a picture of like a garden bar and it's got dartboard in it. Ow. Apparently I can't play darts. What happened there? I haven't played darts for years. I used to be on a darts team. I wasn't any good, but I was on a team. They struggled to find players, so they basically accepted anyone. He says it was his girlfriend that told him about the birthstone. Girlfriend?
What's December? What's December?
Toby says he thinks his birthstone is kidney. December is zircon. Whoever's December, that's zirconia, cubic zirconia. Turquoise.
No, zircons and zirconia are two different things. Cubic zirconia is a man-made, and zircons are the oldest gemstone. The white ones in here are Cambodian zircons.
Okay, everybody's asking, so I'm literally just going to go through the months. Listen very carefully. January, garnet. February, amethyst. March, aquamarine. April, diamond. So don't get yourself an April girlfriend. Expensive engagement ring. May, emerald. June, pearl and alexandrite. I quite like the alexandrite. That's nice looking.
Alexandrite's nice, yeah.
July, ruby. August, peridot, did we decide? And spinel.
Spinel is nice. I've got some black spinel.
September, sapphire. October, tourmaline and opal.
Lovely.
November, citrine and topaz. December, zircon, tanzanite and turquoise.
Ooh, tanzanite is nice. And that's a nice combination together, actually. January is garnet. Yeah.
Awesome. Like garnet.
Do I like the managed payments? I don't mind it anywhere near as much as I thought I would, Julie. I was really violently opposed to it, but then I'm violently opposed to change of any kind. Once I know how something works, I dislike it being changed. But I don't dislike it as much as I thought. I'm currently on daily payments. I tried to go to weekly payments, and couldn't do it. I managed it for a few weeks, and then I was so skint that I had to change back to daily payments because I wasn't going to be able to do my parcels. I didn't have the money to post my parcels unless I went to daily payments. And so that's where I'm stuck at the moment, on daily payments, which I don't like, because it means you never really have a day when a decent sum of money comes in. I mean, perhaps you do if you have good sales. But with the way that sales are trickling, then it also means that the payments are trickling. Bear with.
Any stones I don't like. There are a few that the jewelry channel are really promoting, like, at the moment. And there's one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's green, and it has, if you get like the nice version of the stone, it looks like a beach, like waves crashing on the shore, which is quite pretty. But if you get the cheaper versions of the stone, it's just the green bit, which looks a bit really. So I don't think there's anything that I don't like, but I definitely have favorites. Like ruby is definitely one of my favorites, for sure.
I'm just gonna go and do a small murder.
Oh, okay then. It's nice that she can tell us that she's going to go out murdering, so that we don't have to guess exactly what it is. Fees on managed payments, I think they work out roughly about the same. I haven't noticed any kind of increase. What it does make you realize, though, is how much you were probably spending on fees before. Because the amount that goes into your balance, it lets you know how much you went up, goes on fees. And then you go like, oh, blimey, like, it's not really worth me selling, that thing or whatever. So it makes you more aware of things in that sense. I like managed payments, so I much prefer it, actually. I'm all for it. I like Tuesday. I like payday. Makes me feel like I have a lump of cash. It's cool. So there.
Did you just answer the other fees higher question?
Yes.
I won't do that then.
I did. They're about the same, aren't they? I haven't noticed any difference, really.
Yeah, they were allegedly going to save us money, but I haven't noticed any.
No.
Somebody did the workings out, didn't they? Have you just said that as well while I was out of the room?
Oh, yeah. Didn't Caroline?
I think Caroline worked out that it would be cheaper on items up to a certain amount, but slightly more on something else, or I can't even remember.
I think basically overall it probably just levels out at pretty much the same, and that's it, really. To be honest, I know there's a lot of complaints about like the fees and stuff like that, but like how Nick said the other night, on Sunday, it's still cheap compared to a lot of other things, compared to, say, having a high street store. And it's a good platform for what it is that you want to do. Obviously, if you're paying £86 a month and you are not getting any sales, then you're going to think that eBay sucks. Yeah. So I kind of get that, but, I suppose you get out what you put in, don't you? Yeah. Eventually, hopefully.
I have heard that, Kath. Sorry, I'm just.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
I put this on Instagram yesterday in his stories.
Yeah.
But I haven't been back on Instagram to see if he followed that up with any further.
I think it's something to do with, I think someone pointed it out in the comments, that if you accept a lot of payments as friends and family, for example, eBay don't really like that, because obviously you're using their service and they're not getting any thing from it.
Yeah, they sent George an email basically saying, we're initiating the closure of your PayPal account. After a thorough review of your account, we're initiating its closure in order to protect us from potential financial losses. You'll no longer be able to use it. What got me was what happens to your account balance. If you have money in your PayPal balance, we'll hold it for up to 180 days. How very fucking dare you? If you're closing my account, then I suggest you send me every fucking penny you've got of mine instantly.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm presuming that George has told them that very same thing.
That's not right. That's
disgusting. Your account keeping your money? I don't think you are.
Definitely not. No. Oh.
Yeah. Those people are saying they like my top. Thank you very much. It's very old and I have now shrunk out of it. So if you happen to be the size that I was, this might be for sale on eBay sometime soon.
Ooh. Right. There was gonna be a thing that I was gonna do, and you'll hate it, but I still want to do it. Right? Okay. So
I really hurt my arm when I did that fake dart throw a minute ago. Go on then.
So there's a YouTuber called Sophie Payne. She's a plus size YouTuber. She's a size, I think she's a size like 24, 26, something like that. And then she ordered some stuff off, I think it was ASOS. And she ordered a pair of leopard print dungarees, wide leg. And she ordered her size, so like the 24, 26, and they were miles too big for her, so she had to size down like twice, so like size 22 I think she said, and they were still slightly too big for her. But anyway, I thought if they had it in both our sizes,
go on. Please don't order me dungarees. Please don't order me dungarees. I will look like a children's television presenter in dungarees.
We both would. We both look ridiculous.
Without wishing to offend anybody, but probably managing it anyway, I think adults in dungarees look odd.
I like dungarees.
You don't have to agree with me.
So, that's fair enough. But yeah, it did for a moment flash going like, I'd love to get Carla some leopard print dungarees.
You can go ahead and order them if you want, as long as you don't mind me returning them when they don't look good on me. I love leopard print, but I do think adults look strange in dungarees.
But with dungarees, you just wear the like with the flap down or like one shoulder thing because you're hip and groovy, like.
I will look like I'm in a costume. I guarantee I will look like I'm dressed up as somebody else. Guarantee it. But I'm willing to do it, willing to go for it, but it won't end well.
Oh, question. Do you think that there will be a point where you might feel more comfortable in a dress, or a dress is just not your thing? Like
only if these legs actually leave.
See, I did say to you the other day that I think your legs are slimming down a bit.
But the tops of my legs have definitely slimmed down. Tops of my legs have slimmed down a lot, but the bit of my legs that I hate, which, as you know, is that fatty lump below the knee, they don't seem to be going anywhere.
Mm.
So, yeah, like I said, that's what stops me wearing dresses. And also the fact that I don't look me in dresses. I don't look me.
Yeah, it's like me with jeans and joggers.
I dislike them. I frequently see dresses and think, oh, that's lovely. But I don't look me in them.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm me in jeans, really. Well, me, some, but I always feel a little bit weird wearing them.
I've upset everybody by saying dungarees look weird on adults. Sorry.
Oh, well, never mind.
I think they just remind me of...
They remind you of Rainbow.
TV. Yeah.
No, it's typically Rainbow, isn't it? With Rod, Jane and Freddie, because I think they all wore a different colour dungaree, didn't they?
Yeah. And the thing is, they do look lovely on some people, but also not so lovely on other people.
Did you know Rod, Jane and Freddie, right? So Jane was once married to like Freddie, and then they got divorced, and now she's married to Rod. I think
is that true?
Seriously, yeah. Because I was reading it the other day, like a "Where Are They Now" thing, and they were like, yes, she started off marrying one, and then they divorced. They're all still friends and stuff. I bet they're more than friends. And then she married the other one. So there we are.
Bungles in the queue. I wonder what the bloke inside Bungle looked like. I wonder if it was the same person every time.
I don't know.
It might not have been a bloke, it might have been a woman. I wonder what the person inside Bungle looked like and whether it was the same person every time, or whether back in those days of limited budgets, it was just whoever put the suit on that day.
It was just the runner that the
I
word.
mean, it might have been either Rod, Jane, or Freddie in there because they were never on screen at the same time as the others, were they?
They're all the same person. Oh my god!
I'm going to Google now who was inside Bungle. God, that's going to go horribly wrong, isn't it?
No, don't Google that. My god.
Who was inside the Bungle suit?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm sure there's a lot of very rude versions of Rainbow, aren't there? Where they're all swearing their heads off and stuff. I wonder if they got typecast as well. So if they're... Oh, is it... Tony says the other way around, married Rod and then moved on to Freddie. There we go. But yeah, isn't that just weird? You think like, surely there was someone else you knew. You don't have to...
Children's entertainer, Paul somebody, it's gone off me. Paul Cullinan played large furry bear Bungle in the classic ITV series alongside much loved puppet Zippy and George.
And then what happened to them after? Like, because it's quite, on your CV.
He was on The Voice.
Really?
Reappear on TV for the first time in almost 25 years. This article is from 2015. Reappearing on TV for the first time in 25 years as a contestant on The Voice.
Oh, there we go.
And that's what Bungle looks like.
Yes, he does. He definitely looks like that. There we go. I really need to pee. Can I go pee and come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Enjoy.
I don't enjoy it. It's horrible.
Is it still not right?
Still not right.
Oh dear. I don't remember Matthew being in Rainbow. So I'm reading the side chat. People are saying that Matthew from Sooty was in Rod Jane. It was Rod Jane and Matthew before it was Rod Jane and Freddie. I did not know that. I don't remember that. Have you seen the original Bungle with the smaller and totally terrifying head? No, but I'm gonna look. Sorry, was I holding my phone too close to the microphone? Apparently people are struggling because of the noises. Sorry about that. Original Bungle. Oh my God! Hang on while I mute myself. Muting myself now.
What's going on?
That's original Bungle. He had a much smaller head.
Why did you have to mute yourself when you did that?
Because when I put my phone near the microphone, it screams apparently, and people at home are going, "Ah, stop it!" I have got one sock friend left, Mandy. I'm not sure where he is. I can make more. I've just not felt very dewy recently. I've not done anything much. I did some work, and that was about it. I have this one still in stock, and he is on my website, which is carlajenkins.co.uk. Somebody asked me for leopard print, and I don't know who, but I now have leopard print socks. So I could now make a lot of leopard. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, Kath says, no, I had to turn the mic off so we didn't have to hear Lex on the loo.
I'm not Channel Nem.
Nosy Bonk. See, the name Nosy Bonk, it sounds... What was Nosy Bonk?
Oh, no, that thing's horrible. That haunts your dreams, definitely.
What is that? Apparently this is Nosy Bonk.
Yeah, scary shit, man.
I remember Nosy Bonk. I was on Jigsaw. I remember Jigsaw. What was I talking about with somebody the other day? Murang.
Yoko Jakamoko Toto. Jakamoko Toto. I love that. Yoko Jakamoko Toto. Good.
Muran Busch-Danziger. Nobody remembers that. I'm the only person in the world who ever remembers Muran Busch-Danziger.
Show me, because it does sound slightly familiar. Oh, yeah, it's like weird Russian or Polish or something.
Yeah, nobody remembered it, and I remember it clearly. I couldn't remember his name a minute ago. Becca's off to plant seeds for the veg patch. I should plant some seeds at some point. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon.
I think Mum's going to do some gardening.
But yeah, that one last sock buddy is still on the website as far as I'm aware. Can't log in now for some reason. Why won't you let me log in? Oh, it says I've got 2 of them in stock, and I definitely haven't, so that's a lie. Got one.
Why is Susan asking, morning, am I late? Like, you've seen the time, Susan. You know what time
it is. 2 hours, Susan. 2 hours.
Are late.
It's 5 to 12. Mandy, yes, I can make you a leopard sock buddy. Drop me a message and through either Facebook or on the email address underneath the video. Brain went again, or on Instagram. Oh my God, where is my brain?
You are weird. Cannot brain.
Dumpster Diver Deb says she's seen something like Nosy Bonk in a porn film.
Yeah,
funny old porn you watch. Funny old porn some people watch. Susan says she's just woken up. Lainey kept her up all night. Thank you, Norma.
Mandy, if you just Google leopard print rug, it comes up with a bunch of sites like Carpets Direct or Rugs to You and stuff like that, that all look like dodgy websites. And it's one of them, but I can't remember which dodgy website.
Mandy's going to semaphore me. Excellent. Just don't Morse code me, because I've forgotten all the Morse code I ever knew. I can remember ... in the case that's ever useful.
SOS, please someone help me. It's not healthy. Making it hard. You got me toss and turn. You can't sleep. Isn't it Rihanna?
Yeah, it might be.
Rihanna? Yeah. I think. Can't remember.
Neil says, it is Neil at Channel Nem, isn't it?
Yes.
Richard is Night's Life, Neil at Channel Nem.
They are 2 different people.
These ones are small and these ones are far away. The YouTube channel Foot of Our Stairs did a video on Muran Busch-Danziger. See? Other people do remember it.
Creepy as.
Julie must be replying to somebody else, because I've got no idea what she's referring to.
I don't know.
Oh, Jack said he was putting the lockdown buddy that I made into his vlog, but I haven't seen his vlog yet. I watched his shopping. I watched his B&M haul where he was going to do one of the exploding boxes for his sister, and he's going to put cleaning products in it. And he kept pulling things out and going, "This box is going." And I was thinking, at this rate, your exploding box is going to take her head off, mate. At this rate. But yeah, I'm well behind on YouTube. I have felt very nothingy, very meh. I watched your hysterectomy and fibroid removal video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Blimey. Did it send you to sleep?
Well, I was listening at the same time, so. Oh, there's Jack's vlog. I must go and watch that. Lucy Wood's done a video called Trying on Every Top in My Wardrobe. I could do that if anybody had 17 hours to spare. Mandy, the person making the pens is Dodo's husband, Davy. And I asked Dodo if he makes them to sell, and she says they're not allowed to sell them because they receive various benefits due to Davy's disability, which is why he took up wood turning as a hobby. Davy has a disability, and Dodo is his carer, and so they're not allowed to sell the pens. There we go. And Dodo's they're replying, no, not selling them. Sorry.
I wasn't singing Tainted Love. I was singing SOS.
SOS, please someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel this. Well, I don't think I got the right tune.
And then this tainted love, tainted love. Now
touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. It's from Yours Clothing, Fleur. I think it's called a swing top. I don't know whether they still have it. I mean, I've had it a couple of years, and like I said, I'm now shrinking out of it. So if you happen to be a size 30 to the 32, or maybe it's a 32 to 34, then let me know. You're welcome to have it fairly soon, because I should stop wearing them, really. I've got 3, not all the same colour. That would be weird. 30 to 32.
And it's way too big for you now.
Yeah. Val says, I had a full hysterectomy when I was 40. My brother said, it's your own fault. You should never have had that poor cat done.
Karma comes back.
My balls cut off.
Yeah. I know. God knows how many cat hysterectomy. Oh, poor Azumi, when she got done, they went in through the side and they couldn't find her uterus. So then I had a call going like, has your cat already been done? And I'm like, no. So then they had to go in through her belly too and find it there. So me and Azumi soulmates.
Makes you realise now that how remarkable animals are, because she presumably was walking around the next day like nothing had happened, and you're lying on the sofa, fuck, I can't pee.
Not even like literally, operation done. I went in to pick her up, and she was like, right, where's me dinner?
Where's my dreams?
Yeah. Whereas, 3 weeks later, I'm still like, fucking hell, it hurts to pee.
Animals are amazing.
Yeah.
Either that or they just can't speak. So although they're in agony, we don't know, which is a horrible thought. So let's just assume that animals are amazing.
No, if an animal was in agony, it would bite and hiss and scream and scratch.
Yeah.
So the fact that, that she's up and eating her dinner and having a good poo is all right.
So you just said that your peeing is still not right. Sorry if that's too much information for the people at home. Is it still painful? And if so, should it be? And should you be ringing people and going, is this right?
It's not. Okay, it's not that it's like, graphic, painful to pee. It's obviously, your bladder will expand slowly, filling up with liquid. And so you don't feel it when it's doing that. But then when you obviously go to pee, it goes whoosh. And I think it's that, because obviously organs are still moving around and finding their place and stuff. I think it's that the thing. So that's nice. But I'm sure it's okay. Why am I echoing?
Good acoustics?
I'm
trying to look and see if my top is still on the website so I can show it to Fleur, but the Yours Clothing website doesn't love me, apparently.
Oh dear.
No, I can't. Pardon me, I can't see it there, Fleur. Like I said, it was several years back. I've had it at least 2 years, maybe 3. Well, hiccups now.
Yes, cats also purr as well. Yeah, that comforts them, doesn't it? So cats tend to purr when they're giving birth, and people go like, oh, they must be so pleased to be a mum. They're purring. It's like, no, they're purring because they're kind of going like, this is fucking freaky. Yeah, exactly. Like all the animals inside are just going like, oh, fucking hell.
I can hear whistling sound. Is Mummy letting off bombs in the garden?
No, it's the washing machine. Making noises.
Julie's a little bit behind the chat, I think, because she's going, Rod, Jane and Freddie and dungarees are no good. I think Julie must have tuned in a bit late and it must have caught up.
Yeah, Mum's doing garden stuff.
So I might plant my seeds this afternoon. It's a nice day out there. Maybe do a bit of video editing, or rearrange these words into something resembling a sentence. Lauren Taylor says it could be the cauterization tube which has left your bladder a bit sore.
Yeah, like I'm not like in pain right now. Like right now I feel okay. Just a little bit like just achy in the tummy muscles. That's the only thing I feel right now. If I move around, my my scar bit underneath, because obviously belly hangs over because I'm a bit tubby, you might have noticed, that kind of goes, oh, ouch, for a second when I first move. And I feel stiff in bed, like, and moving around in bed is not good. So I have to put pillows either side of me so I don't move around in my sleep. But generally, it's, getting there, isn't it?
Catheterization, yeah. Sorry, I knew when I said cauterization, it didn't sound right. Cauterization is burning the ends of blood vessels to stop you bleeding, isn't it?
But also that would have happened surely because they've taken out my bits, left the ovary, so there might also be a bit there that might have been cauterized. I don't know. So who knows? I don't know what my insides look like.
I don't really understand it as well, because your ovaries produce an egg every month, don't they? Or no, you're born with all the eggs you'll ever have or something. Your ovaries start shifting eggs around every month. What happens when there's nowhere for them to shift to? Do they just come back?
No, it just dies off and gets reabsorbed into your body. So that's nice.
Ashley's off. Bye, Ashley. We should go. We've been here 2 hours. What happened to the morning show? It used to be an hour long, and then we went off and had an exciting life.
Because
now we sit here boring people for 2 solid hours.
No, because that's it. Because it's like, well, what else have we got to do? I've got nothing else to do today. Nothing.
Do you think when the world gets back to normal, we'll still be sitting after 2 hours, but there'll be nobody watching?
Yeah, because they'll all be out doing interesting things like having Sunday lunch or going to, places and seeing people. And actually, let's be honest, in a few weeks, when the car boots are open, we'll be like, not sure about the Sunday morning show. I'm off to 17 boots.
Yeah, I must admit we might have to move the morning show back a bit. If I do go to Cheddar, I won't be back by 10 a.m. So
I was gonna say it might end up being an afternoon thing, innit?
Mm.
But who knows?
Yeah. I used to do it later on a Sunday morning, didn't I? I used to come back from the car boot, and it was always a very fluid time as well. It would be like, I'll do it when I get back, and I don't know what time I'll be back.
Yeah.
Mike says he'll still be here. Bless you, Mike.
Aww. But yeah, I've got nothing to do other than just go and lie on that sofa. I could put some washing on, but that requires effort, and I probably shouldn't do anything like that. So I probably won't be putting some washing on.
I'm going to make a plan. I'm making a plan, right? It's 12 o'clock now. When I click goodbye to you guys, I'm going to do my eBay parcels. When I've done my eBay parcels, I'm going to go do some lunch. When I've got my lunch, I'm going to come back up here and edit a video. When I've finished editing a video, I'm going to consider whether I want to edit another video. If the answer is no, I'm going to do some sewing.
Now. Right. I am going to sit. Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to start work again. There we go. I'm back to work tomorrow. So this is my last day off. So I'm going to enjoy it. I say I'm back to work tomorrow. I'll do 10 listings and then that'll be it. But, still.
That's still back to work, isn't it? Have you noticed any drop in your sales corresponding with not being listing? Because did you get some scheduled up in ahead of yourself like you did before?
Scheduled up until tonight.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I had 3 weeks done.
How many were going live a day?
10 a day. And they were, say, there before operation, week of operation there, and now they're there.
Yeah.
So they're not as where they were before. And you can see that okay, if you take out that week where there's very little, there's definitely a that going on. And that is probably because eBay will still know the difference between a scheduled listing and I've just listed this. If you see what I mean, So.
My graph on eBay looks like a hillbilly's teeth. Just all over the place. You just It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Look, my own teeth, in fact, let alone a hillbilly's teeth. Yeah. Right, it is time to go.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who has joined us this morning. It has been another weird one. They get weirder as the weeks go by, I find.
So do we. So hey.
There are. Mike, you can just take that idea and shove it where the sun ain't shining, mate.
Yeah, not happening. Definitely not happening.
Absolutely not. Yeah, there are 260 of you watching, so thank you so much. If you haven't thumbs up, please make sure you do. It does help the channel. If you're not subscribed for any reason, please subscribe. Apparently that also helps the channel. I've got to say all these things now because apparently my channel needs all the help it can get. If you have coffeeed me this morning, thank you very much appreciated. And if you have bought something from my eBay this morning, also incredibly very much appreciated. Thank you very much. I love you all. I love you, Lex. There will be a waffle on Tuesday. And on Thursday and something on Saturday, and there's also a video going live this afternoon of me tangling my hair to death. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Have a wonderful Sunday and a fantastic week. See you this time next week. No, see you 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah, not this time next week. Not this. Clock's changed.
10 o'clock next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God, I don't even know what time it'll be next week, but we'll be here at some point. Bye. Awkward wave.